Lately, it feels like something has shifted. Every time I get online, it seems like there's another conversation that's just tearing men down. Another podcaster saying we're not enough, or what we're doing doesn't matter unless it comes with a price tag. There's a growing sense that men are expected to give everything while being told we're still falling short. I didn't really always feel this way. There used to be some idea when I was younger of a man and a woman building something together, sharing the load, supporting each other through the hard seasons, which was never perfect. But there was always a sense of teamwork to build a life together. From what can we build to what can you give me? That change weighs on a lot of men more than we talk about. The strange thing is, I don't think this has happened overnight. I don't think one day men just woke up and decided to disconnect from everything, lose their sense of purpose. I think it's happened so gradually that most of us never noticed. We're told, not this, not that, one little piece at a time, until one day we look around and realize everything is different. I was thinking about this the other day while I passed a construction crew working in the Arkansas heat, and it really hit me. Men are out here doing the worst possible jobs, working in unbearable conditions, trying to raise themselves up and their families, to provide for their families and do the best that they can. Is it ever enough? Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything you can, everything you're supposed to, and somehow it's not enough? I hear this a lot. Not from just one or two people, but from men across different ranges, different walks of life. There's this quiet frustration that doesn't always get spoken out loud. And it's like we're all carrying pieces of that same weight, but no one's really comparing notes. I think part of that comes from how things have shifted culturally. Expectations have changed, roles have blurred. The definition of what it actually means to be a man is not as clear to us as it used to be. And instead of having honest conversations about it, we just keep pushing forward and try to figure it out alone, which is not always the best course of action. Isolation comes at a cost, because when there's no space to talk about what's actually going on, when there's no room to say, hey, this is harder than I thought it would be, it starts to build up. Not just individually, but collectively. And maybe that's some of what we're seeing now. Not a failure of men, but a lack of real dialogue about what men are experiencing today. A gap on what's expected, what's acknowledged, disconnects between how things look on the surface and how they actually feel underneath. Men are isolating more today because it seems like it's better to stay alone than to be told over and over that you're not enough or you're not doing enough. When was the last time you had a real conversation? Not surface level, not small talk. I mean real conversation where you could say what's actually on your mind without feeling like you had to filter it or package it in a certain way. For a lot of men, that kind of space does not exist. And I don't think it's because men don't want that space. I think it's because we've never really been shown how to create it. Plus today, You saying the wrong things, cancel, banned, you're done. We've been taught handle things to solve problems to move forward, but we haven't always been taught how to sit in the middle of something and talk it through with someone who understands. And that's where I think we need to shift to, not as individually, but as a society. Because if we don't start having these conversations, nothing's changed. The pressure stays the same, expectations stay the same, and men keep carrying weight that we were never meant to carry, especially alone. Gotta have more. We live in a world that's constantly telling us to go faster, work harder, make more money, buy a bigger house, get another promotion, upgrade your life, upgrade your existence, upgrade your upgrade. Yet for all the upgrading, we don't know how to even be fulfilled anymore. Some of the happiest people that I know don't have the biggest bank accounts. They have a purpose, they have people around them, and they have true peace. Those things are so hard to find. Purpose isn't handed to you, it's discovered. People require time, and something we see a lot less of is peace. Peace is the rarest thing of all because our minds never get a day off anymore. Constantly bombarded with entertainment, distractions, and things that just occupy us every second of the day. You know what gives me hope? It's that I've seen men accomplish things that are unbelievable. I've been in some of the worst places on this planet and watched men come back from things that should have buried them. I've seen marriages restored that looked impossible. Those who lost everything financially build something they'd never imagined. Watch fathers reconnect with children after years. I've seen men find faith again after believing they'd never walk into another church. Now, none of these things happened overnight. None of them happened because somebody found some magic formula. They happened because at some point those men decided their past wasn't going to have the final word. I love that thought. Not because it's motivational, because it's true. Life has a way of convincing us that everything is permanent. Look, if you're hurting today, it feels like you're always going to hurt. If you're lonely, it feels like you'll never not be. And if you're lost, it feels like you're never going to find your way again. But if you've lived long enough, you know that's not how life works at all. Life moves in waves. There are times in my own life I thought it would never end, and it did. There were opportunities I never saw coming, friendships I never expected, a family I never thought that I would deserve, and lessons I never would have chosen, but I wouldn't trade them now because of the lessons that they taught me. Are your best years behind you? How could I possibly know that? How could you? The next chapter of your life, it has not been written yet. Maybe it'll be harder than the last one. Maybe it'll be better. Maybe it'll surprise you in ways that you can't possibly imagine sitting here listening to this today. The truth is, none of us know. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about life. So yes, I've been worried about men lately. I'm worried that too many good men have quietly accepted the lives that are smaller than the ones they were meant to live. I'm worried that too many men stop believing that they matter. I'm worried that somewhere along the way we have forgotten that strength isn't measured by how much pain you can hide. Sometimes strength is having the courage to admit you're tired, to ask for help, to reconnect with an old friend, to actually forgive someone, or maybe even forgive yourself. I saw an adage once that said, hey, I'll give you $100,000 and I'll give you the person you hate the most $150,000. And so I'm like, great, I'm gonna have $250,000. And he's like, no, wait a minute. It's like, yeah, there's nobody I hate more than myself. A lot of men feel that way, and we shouldn't. If nobody's told you this lately, let me be the one. Look, your life's not over. You're not too old. You're not disqualified because you've made mistakes. They'd have kicked me out. You're not defined by your worst decisions, your biggest failures, or your deepest loss. You're still here, which means that you have work to do, people to love, places to see, and building a life worth building. Maybe that's why I wanted to make this video. Not to fix anyone, not to tell you how to live, just to remind you that if you've been carrying more than you let on, you're not the only one. And maybe that's where a hard reset begins. Not with a perfect plan, but with the simple realization that you don't have to carry that alone. Well, thanks for spending a few minutes with me today. I'm Scott Finn for Men's Hard Reset. Hey, let's live life on our terms.